Hello everyone and welcome again to the YouTube channel of Crossword Institute. So this video will be regarding the vocabulary questions that were asked in the MBA CET 2015. So what we are doing is we are coming up with a series of questions asked in previous MBA CET exams, and we are launching a video series named Target JBMS, and under this we will cover various questions that were asked in MBA CET previous years, right? So before moving further, let me introduce who we are basically. So we are a team named Crossword. We have an institute in Aurangabad, Maharashtra for offline coaching. We train aspirants for MBA CET and CAT and various MBA entrance exams. Also, we train them for banking exams, right? So without any further delay, let's directly move to the first question that was asked in MBA CET 2015, right? So you were supposed to answer the synonym of the questions that were asked. So the first word that they gave was emaciated, right? So what basically is emaciated is emaciated is basically who is someone who is very thin, abnormally thin or weak, and this is often used when the weakness is due to the lack of food, right? So emaciated is basically a person who is very thin because of the lack of food, right? So the options, let's discuss the first option. The first option is dismal, right? So is that the synonym? Let's see. Dismal is something which is very dark or dull, or basically causing a mood of depression. So obviously it is not linked to the word emaciated, right? So the second word is obese. Obviously this is not, we all know who a obese person is, right? Obese is an antonym of emaciated. Uninviting is something who is not attractive, not appealing. Something that is not attractive or not appealing is known as uninviting, right? The fourth word is gaunt. Gaunt again here means someone who is very thin due to hunger, right? Because he couldn't satisfy his hunger. That is someone who is very lean, especially because of hunger, is known as a gaunt, right? So here the synonym of emaciated is gaunt. Now emaciated is an adjective. It is an adjective form of the word, right? And if I talk about the usage, you can let's see what we can think about is yeah, you can use this in this way, right? Emaciated monks walked down and denounced the marriage, right? So this was about the word emaciated. Its synonyms are given here. You can pause the video and look at the synonyms, and also we have presented the antonyms as well, right? So let's move to the next word, right? The next word is ecstatic, right? Understand its pronunciation, it's ecstatic, right? It's not ecstatic, it's ecstatic, right? So ecstatic is basically someone who is very happy or excited. You can call it euphoric. A person who is very euphoric, or a person who is euphoric, who is very happy, is known as ecstatic. And the again you are supposed to find out the synonyms of ecstatic. The first option is exuberant, second one is lucky, third one is unfortunate, and fourth one is random. I believe that you know the meaning of the last three words, that is lucky, unfortunate, and random. The first word is exuberant. Exuberant is someone who is very cheerful or energetic. So the most similar meaning or the synonym of the above word, I believe, is exuberant, right? And if we talk about the usage of this word ecstatic, you can say that let's say we were ecstatic but increasingly nervous, right? This can be used as an adjective for a face, his ecstatic face, right? So this can be used in various forms. But also remember a note that the highest level of happiness is ecstatic, right? So if you say something he was very ecstatic, so that is a wrong usage, right? You cannot say someone who is very ecstatic, because obviously the highest amount of happiness is linked to ecstatic, right? That is why we have coined the word ecstatic, right? So in spot the error, if it's something like very ecstatic, it's obviously wrong. It has to be only ecstatic, not very ecstatic, right? So this was about the second word that was asked in MBA CET. Ecstatic, its synonym is exuberant according to the question, and the different synonyms and antonyms we have given here. So you can check out, pause the video and note them down, right? So the third word is mendacious. Mendacious, again this is an adjective form. Mendacious is someone who is not honest, someone who is lying, someone who is a fraudulent. So out of the four options, it's, I believe, very easy to find out its synonym. It's obviously the second option, that is false. Now if we talk about the usage in a sentence, you can say something like this: never forget the mendacious politicians will say anything to get your vote, right? Never forget the mendacious politicians will say anything to get your vote. Okay, fine. So this is about its usage. If I talk about the synonyms, again we have stated them here. The synonyms are dishonest, lying, untruthful. Antonyms are honest, truthful, veracious. Again, one of the synonyms for I remember of mendacious is crook, right? So the next word is, right, so the next word is facade, right? So facade is basically the front of a building that is facing the road, right? Facade is basically the front of the building that is facing the road or the street, right? Or it has another meaning, that is a deceptive outward appearance. Either it's the front or it's the deceptive outward appearance. So according to the options, if I talk about the synonyms, so obviously it's the fourth option, that is the front. We all know the first three words, that is basement, floor, top, right? And the fourth option is front, that is the synonym of the facade. And if I talk about its usage, you can use this in a way like, behind a cheerful facade, she is a really lonely person, right? So again, you can use it for as a deceptive appearance. Her deceptive appearance is, according to the sentence, is very cheerful, but she is a very lonely person, right? So this is how you can use the word facade. The synonyms, again, we have stated here. We haven't stated the synonyms for the deceptive appearance, but anyways, it's face, forehead, forefront, forepart, and front, and the antonyms back, rear, rearward, reverse, right? So this was the fourth word. The last word was munificence. Munificence is someone who is very generous. This is a noun. Someone who is very generous, bountiful, is nothing but munificence, right? So according to the options, as I said, generous, so the first option is the right answer, that is generosity, right? But we'll also discuss the second and the third option, as they are a bit difficult to understand, right? So the first option is stinginess. Stinginess is someone who is not generous, right? Someone who is not generous is known as a stingy person, and someone who is not ready to share is again a stingy person. So the third, okay, so this was an antonym of munificence. And if I talk about the third option, that is misery, right? So misery is a state of discomfort, right? State of discomfort is known as misery. And remember the difference between miser and misery. The only difference is of Y here, the last alphabet that is given. Misery is M-I-S-E-R and M-I-S-E-R-Y, and miser is M-I-S-E-R. Miser is someone who is not ready to share. Again, this is a antonym of munificence, right? Someone who is not ready to share is a miser. A state of discomfort is misery. So there is hardly any difference in the spelling, but the meanings are completely different. So anyways, if I talk about the question, munificence, its synonym is first option, generosity. So we have stated again the synonyms. You can note them down in your books, and the antonyms as well. You can pause the video and note them down. So this was about the vocab series of the previous questions asked in the MBA CET. So to motivate us, please do like us on Facebook, subscribe our YouTube channel, and like us on Instagram, and join our Telegram channel. If you have any queries regarding MBA CET or CAT, please do write to us through WhatsApp. We'll be happy to assist you. So thank you so much. Till then, happy learning. Till then time we come up with the next video. Thank you so much.